On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Mire.
A wet, muddy ground or area that is difficult to walk or move through.
Examples:
Stick in the mire. Mire of debt. The project was bogged down in a mire of bureaucracy.
Deem.
To consider or decide something in a particular way.
Examples:
Deem socially responsible. Deem wrong or inappropriate. Regarding earthquakes, some commercial buildings were deemed unsafe.
Unfit.
Not suitable or good enough for a particular purpose or standard.
Examples:
Unfit for the post. Physically unfit. The doctor declared him unfit for work due to his illness.
Devastation.
The act of causing great destruction or damage, often on a large scale.
Examples:
Financial devastation. Devastation to life. The economic recession caused devastation in the housing market, with many people losing their homes.
Despondent.
In low spirits, feeling or showing extreme discouragement or gloom.
Examples:
Feel despondent. A despondent mood. After her dog passed away, she was despondent for weeks, unable to find joy.
Fathom.
To understand or comprehend a difficult or complex problem or situation, to measure the depth of water.
Examples:
Fathom the depth. Fathom the mystery. I cannot fathom why some people enjoy horror movies.
Bloodshed.
The act of shedding blood, often used to describe violence or war, injury or death caused by violence or conflict.
Examples:
Bloody bloodshed. Massive bloodshed. The negotiations failed, leading to threats of bloodshed between the two countries.
Meaningless.
Having no meaning, direction, or purpose.
Examples:
A meaningless endeavor. Do a meaningless task. This experiment's results are meaningless because the other conditions are not identical.
Chaotic.
Without any order or organization, extremely disorganized, unpredictable, and confusing.
Examples:
The chaotic economic situation. Chaotic theory. Change is also occurring in Turkey as a result of chaotic reform.
Indifference.
A lack of interest, enthusiasm, or sympathy towards someone or something.
Examples:
Indifference to pain. General indifference. I tried to assume an air of indifference.
Futile.
Incapable of producing any useful result, pointless.
Examples:
Futile talk. Make a futile protest. It was futile to try and fix the broken vase, as it was too badly damaged.
Bleak.
Unlikely to be favorable, unpleasantly cold and damp, offering little or no hope.
Examples:
Prospects were bleak. Bleak future. The political landscape looks bleak without a change of administration.
Humiliate.
To cause someone to feel ashamed, embarrassed, or degraded, especially in public or through revealing personal information.
Examples:
Humiliate him publicly. Humiliate the heckler in the audience. The boss humiliated her employee by belittling her in front of her colleagues.
Remorse.
A feeling of deep regret and sorry, usually for something you have done.
Examples:
Remorse of conscience. Sincere remorse. I always remember that event with bitter remorse.
Pointless.
Having no purpose or reason, serving no useful function, meaningless or senseless.
Examples:
Pointless argument. Pointless task. The meeting was considered pointless since nothing was accomplished.
Hostility.
Aggressive or unfriendly feelings or behavior.
Examples:
An act of hostility. Bitter hostility. Her unconcealed hostility made us unpleasant.
Orderly.
Clean or organized in a neat, careful, and logical way.
Examples:
Orderly and fair market. Orderly manner. The elections were handled in a timely and orderly manner.
Inhabit.
To live in a specific location, to reside.
Examples:
Inhabit a cave. Inhabit the stomach. I have no idea what sort of folks inhabit the neighborhood.
Alienation.
The state of being isolated or detached from one's social, emotional, or political environment.
Examples:
Human alienation. International alienation. His feelings of alienation from society led to depression.
Climax.
The most intense or exciting moment of an event or experience. The point of highest dramatic tension or emotional intensity in a story, plot, or performance.
Examples:
Emotional climax. Reach a climax. The climax of the movie had everyone on the edge of their seats.
Spurn.
To reject or disdain with contempt, to refuse to accept or consider, to treat with disdain or neglect.
Examples:
Spurn social norms. Spurn invitations. She spurned his advances and walked away.
Protagonist.
The main character in a literary work, film, or other stories.
Examples:
Protagonist of drama. Play a protagonist. The protagonist's triumph over adversity was the theme of this play.
Catapult.
A device used to hurl an object a long distance.
Examples:
Powerful catapult. Catapult mechanism. The army used a catapult to launch large rocks over the castle walls.
Emphatic.
Expressing something forcibly and clearly, done or said with emphasis.
Examples:
Emphatic victory. Emphatic tone. The coach was emphatic in his instructions to the players before the big game.
Unjust.
Not fair or equitable, lacking in justice or impartiality, morally unacceptable or wrong.
Examples:
Unjust verdict. Unjust accusation. The ruling was considered unjust by many people in the community.
Condemn.
To express strong disapproval or criticism of something.
Examples:
Condemn violence. Condemn crime. The government was condemned for its handling of the crisis.
Endlessly.
In a way that continues for a long time or seems to have no end or limit.
Examples:
Repeat endlessly. Worry endlessly about our future. The procession of demonstrators was endlessly continuing.
Boulder.
A large, smooth rock, typically one that has been worn away from a cliff or mountain by erosion.
Examples:
Boulder field. Lava boulder. The hikers had to climb over a boulder that was blocking their path.
Relentless.
Persistent and determined, continuing despite difficulties or setbacks.
Examples:
Relentless attack. Face relentless pressure. The athlete's relentless training paid off in the end.
Upend.
To turn or flip over, to overthrow or upset the established order.
Examples:
Upend a table. Upend a tradition. The sudden news upended their plans for the weekend.
Deprive.
To take away something from someone.
Examples:
Deprive others of profit. Deprive him of his status. He was deprived of his freedom when sentenced to life in prison.
Revolt.
To take violent action against authority, especially government or ruler.
Examples:
revolt against existing ways of thinking. Revolt against the dictator. The people tried to revolt to oust the tyrant.
Rebellion.
An act of violent or open resistance to an established government or ruler.
Examples:
rebellion leader. Excite rebellion. The anti-government rebellion was put down quickly by the government's military forces.
Invert.
To turn something upside down, inside out, to reverse the position, order, or relationship of something.
Examples:
invert a glass. Invert position. He decided to invert his investment portfolio, shifting from stocks to bonds.
Needless.
Describing something unnecessary, pointless, or superfluous and could be avoided without any harm or adverse consequences.
Examples:
needless argument. Needless waste. This needless paperwork is wasting our time and resources.
Fallout.
The radioactive dust in the air that settled to the ground after a nuclear explosion.
Examples:
nuclear fallout. The fallout from the incident. They had no protection from the radioactive fallout.
Autobiographical.
Relating to or based on the experiences, thoughts, or life story of oneself, about one's own life history or personal narrative.
Examples:
autobiographical narrative. Autobiographical memory. The author wrote an autobiographical novel about growing up in a small town.
Entitle.
To give someone the right to have or do something. To give a title to someone or something.
Examples:
entitle him to a pension. Entitle the company to use the logo. The employee was entitled to a week of vacation time.
Resonate.
To be filled with a deep echoing sound.
Examples:
deeply resonate with the consumers. Resonate in the same frequency. The sound resonates well in this theater.
Defiant.
Showing bold resistance or disobedience to authority, rules, or norms.
Examples:
a defiant attitude. Defiant eye. The defiant student refused to follow the teacher's instructions and continued to talk during class.
Imbue.
To inspire or permeate something or someone with a particular feeling or quality. To saturate or fill something with a specific color, taste, or smell.
Examples:
imbue with confidence. Imbue with meaning. He tried to imbue his children with a love of learning and curiosity.
Senseless.
Lacking meaning, purpose, or reason, without sense or sensibility, foolish or irrational.
Examples:
senseless terror attack, senseless slaughter. The senseless act of violence left the community in shock and mourning.